In terms of PowerPoint slide, I'm going to share with you a PowerPoint slide that have that in first session we're going to use. I hope that everybody can hear me properly. As the previous session, there were some students claiming that the voice is not really good. So please write down in the chat box whether you can hear me or not. Okay, today is loud and clear, perfect, not quite good. Yes, so I take it as a positive answer because they are the majority. They're saying that it's perfectly fine. Okay, a little bit introduction about this class. This class will be more or less about basically topics of internet marketing, specifically marketing. As you know, principle of marketing or marketing management are two common subjects in MBA level and also undergraduate level. But when it comes to online marketing, internet marketing, not all of universities in the world have this subject as one of the courses. That's why we try to have this kind of creative subject from this semester, and I will be in charge to basically handle that. I will share with you some PowerPoint slides that they will be modified, so I will send you the modified version later on. The PowerPoint slide that I have now with me, there are some basically, they may have some logos that it's nothing to do with your system, and I will take care of that later on. This is the university that I'm collaborating with them, so I'm not going to, because this PowerPoint slide came to basically came available since this afternoon, so basically there was not enough time to take care of that. But don't worry, I will definitely give you the modified one with the version of WWS with it. So let me go and share this first with you. The first session, if you give me a little bit time, as you can see, everybody has to have now the chapter 1 as it's already shared. So please let me know whether you have the chapter 1 or not. Again, I explained the logo and everything will be changed later on. The reason is because the PowerPoint slides in a very short while were available, so that's why we couldn't use the logo. Please do me a favor if you want to say something. Okay, I believe now everybody has to have it. Mr. Mustafa Ghaffari is saying that he didn't receive it yet, but I do believe now you have to have it already. But I can see it here, so basically everybody has to have it. Okay, is there anybody who's saying that it's not ready yet? We haven't got it. Okay. We have from 20 slides to cover. Again, as usual, I don't try to cover everything because that doesn't really work. I try to maneuver on as much as a slide possible with the good detailed explanation. That is my basically. Okay, somebody is saying that these are the chapters that you received yesterday. No. None of these slides were sent to you before, so this is the first time you're going to receive this. There was no basically a slide transaction before, so do not, you don't have it already. After the class, I will make sure that not necessary tonight, tomorrow, everybody's going to receive a complete set of slides. So, okay, what's going on now? I want to start with some explanation, but before that, I want to know what you know about basically electronic marketing and is there anybody who has any idea what electronic marketing is all about? So you can raise your hand and let me know whether you are interested to come up with some ideas or not. Okay, I will see. Is there anybody who's going to talk? Selling and buying things in the internet. So I can give you the chance of talking if you basically raise your hand. And so please raise your hand, and then we'll see how we can go later. Whoever is interested to have thing, please raise your hand. Mr. Vidas, okay, we have Mr. Okay, I can see some. Miss Vida Samii is saying selling and buying things on the net. Okay, nice. Mr. Vida, you wanna talk? I can make you connected somehow, unmute you. So please let me know what you think about the whole thing.
Yes, good evening, sir. I'm
Good
Vida.
evening. Okay.
Thank you so
Welcome to class.
much for giving me this opportunity, and I say hi to all my classmates and you also. I'm so glad to start my second semester with you and all the colleagues from respective Afghanistan. I live in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, and actually about these things, e-marketing, this is my first experience. I don't have any complete idea. I'm here to learning from you actually. And as I know, the e-marketing is briefly buying and selling things or services or products on the net, using the net. It makes actually the distance very short for you for buying and selling. It saves time and also save money in maybe some direction. That's all I know very briefly.
Okay, thank you so much. You know enough, I think, for first session. At the first session, you have a very good idea what the whole e-marketing is all about, and then that is a good start. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. So I will go to basically start the whole chapter by, as you can see, objectives of each chapter. We usually start each chapter by telling you what are the objectives that we're gonna basically cover. As you can see here, the first objective is all about explaining how the internet and information technology offers benefits and challenges to customers. Okay, so basically we want to say, what is the value of electronic marketing? Why at the first place we started having such a thing? Then we have businesses, marketers, and society. As you know, marketing is not all about benefits that we're going to create through consumers. We have businesses as well. We have B2B, B2C, B2G, which is business to government, and also markets and society. Okay, so different orientation in marketing actually create different aspects, and definitely electronic marketing was one of those revolutions that not only affected the basic marketing practices, it affected the whole area of marketing in every possible aspect. Let's go look at the second objective of this chapter, which is distinguishing between e-business and e-marketing. We definitely can come to a very good conclusion as what is the basic difference between these two, which is e-business and e-marketing, as well as the last one, which is describe the internet and use of intranets, extranets, and the web. We will talk about all of these basically concepts, what are the differences, and how internet is going to be affected basically by any of the concepts available now in the market. So, in continuing with chapter 1 objectives, you have how increasingly buyer's control is changing the marketing landscape. So we are talking about the specific increasing power of customer over any marketing landscape, as well as understanding the distinction between information or entertainment as data information, receiving appliance, and used to view or hear. So basically, here is all about how the whole chapter objective is all about. So let's start the whole chapter by giving you an example, like music industry. Okay, music industry is one of those industries that you consider that as a very modern industry. In case that you ask what do we mean by modern, is one of those industries that no matter how traditional the concept is, but at the end it was highly affected by the whole emergence of the new media, which is called internet. So you see file sharing programs such as enable consumers to illegally download music. So that is absolutely different from previous time when you could, when you wanted to have basically a music or something like that, you had to go and find at least the original CD and try to copy that. Now you don't even need to, in physical life, go and get the main record and try to make copy from that. The other aspect would be Recording Industry Associations of America has sued over 400 consumers for piracy, which, as you can see, piracy now is a problem. And the only way to take care of that is just coming up with some legislations and regulations that they basically can help those record holders or anybody who's in charge or benefited from the whole basically music industry to be protected. There are other information here that can help you what's going on in this industry nowadays. 40% of US consumers still download illegal files, by the way, that you can still buy things cheap, or for example, websites like iTunes and so on, but still people, they don't mind having that illegally downloaded rather than paying for that. For sure, that is how human being is all about, seeking for convenience. Then you can see other information like CD sales plunged to 13 million in 1999, 10.6 billion in 2003. You can significantly see the difference between 1999 to 2003, just 4 years, but the figure is extraordinarily different. Apple, as one of those basically gigantic companies, started having this iPhones, or as I just told you, by telling you you can have any song by just paying $0.99, which is 99 cents, and this is how you can see the whole industry is going to be affected. What will happen to the music industry as internet is growing? Internet usage is growing more and more, and there are definitely more competitors, more ways, more pitfalls, and more challenges. The actual cost of producing a CD is around, and you can see, $10.17, a CD that you buy from a normal, for example, CD shop. Only $1.29 goes to the artist. The rest definitely is going to be part of the distribution channel. Online distribution makes sense when you just add a little bit benefit or margin on the price that the artist is demanding for each album, and make it more possible for customers to buy it. So it's a perfect deal. I think you cannot get a better deal than this. So online industry, you can see how significantly can change the surface or basically the face of the whole business. Online distribution makes sense, it's clear, and what do you think will happen to music industry if it's going to go from what is now the trend is? Now I can ask you, anybody here who is interested to talk about what would be your estimation about what the whole industry of music or movie is going to be in future? Anybody, please raise your hand, or I can just randomly choose one of you if you are interested to talk. Mr. Nisar or Mr. Nasir Ahmad, they are the gentlemen that I have them even last night in other classes. We have Mr. Muhammad Asif. If you're interested, I would be happy to have you in discussion. So would you like to say something? Mr. Mohammed Asif, I unmute you because I believe that will help that kind of break the ice.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, perfectly. Can you hear me tonight? The voice is much better?
Yes. First of all, I would like to convey my best compliments and greetings to all my classmates and the respected lecturer and teachers. After that, in Afghanistan, during last decade, Afghanistan has improved a lot in terms of music industries. So,
okay. Mr. Muhammad Asif, what I'm asking is, that is very nice that you
I think that day by day,
clue
has been done here in Afghanistan. Yeah.
Okay, that is good. But then what do you think Internet is doing with this industry, which is this new emerging industry of Afghanistan?
Yeah, nowadays we have made many
progress. What would be the role of
and
Internet? Please explain that.
In terms of usage of Internet, yeah.
Okay.
Youths in Afghanistan, they're using Internet right now, especially. We are not as much developed in comparison with other countries, but many those Internet for their businesses, especially for buying and selling and advertisements. So it is not so popular in Afghanistan, but anyway, now day by day, by passage of time, it's occurring. Many people are accustomed to use Internet. Nowadays, we are witness of several, advertisements for the selling of goods on the Internet, and we hope to get better day by day. But the main concern is that due to security situation in Afghanistan, and most of the people, especially the investors, they do not like to do investment in Afghanistan. So there are some constraints and problems in this context. I would like to brief my speeches here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for sharing your opinion and what's happening now in Afghanistan. Okay, let's continue. I do my best to get everybody's opinion in every possible aspects of our work. If you have any idea and you want to contribute, your idea is highly welcome. So please just raise your hand, then I know you have an idea to make. So basically, I can give you that opportunity to contribute. But then beside that, let's go further and see what's going on. This is the first definition that we have about e-marketing. At the beginning, there were so many students that they were giving their opinion. We asked Miss Vida and the rest. Some of them they already shared. But then let's go here and again we have. I highly appreciate if you keep your basically if everybody try to be to keep their system mute, then the voices, the noises that they're gonna be there, they're not distracted. Okay, e-marketing, the use of information technology, as you can see here, to create, communicate, and deliver value to customers. Okay, so this is the basic first reason why marketing exists at first place. The second one, for managing customer relationships to benefit the organization. As you can see, CRM is going to come to the picture. So how we manage the whole customer relationship to be able to get advantage of that, and then at the end of the day, make the organization profited from that. These two main and significant reasons are why we have first place information technology. The result of these information technology applied to traditional marketing will be what we call it e-marketing. So as you can see, what marketing has by itself, and what information technology is going to bring to it, create the whole idea of electronic marketing. E-business, e-commerce, and e-marketing. Let's now have some significant differences here by trying to define all of these different concepts in very brief manner. E-business at the first place is the continuous optimization of a firm's business activities through digital technology. Okay, why e-commerce is a subset of e-business focused on transactions. So you see, e-business is a more general term rather than e-commerce. So when you're talking about e-commerce, it may be included in business, but when you talk about e-business, it doesn't necessarily mean it's related to e-commerce. So e-commerce is it's like an umbrella that there are so many different people can be under that and being served, against raining, while not all of those people have the same nature. So e-commerce is one of those people under that umbrella of e-business. And we have e-marketing on the other side, which is one part of an organization e-business activities. You see, as we go down, we have more detailed information coming up. So we have e-business, which is a continuous optimization of a firm's business activity through digital economy. It means how we can get the best out of our organization when we go online, when we use digital technology, when we use information technology, and so on. And e-commerce and e-marketing are going to be two sub-components of this e-business. One is all about transaction, which is e-commerce, and one is all about organization e-business activity. Part of that e-business activity, that is marketing. Okay. We have some questions here by Mustafa Ghaffari. He says, sir, can we say e-commerce and e-marketing are part of e-business? Yes, of course. This is what I'm trying to say. E-commerce and e-marketing both are part of the e-business. We have Mr. Ubaidullah Faisal. Also, he was making some points. Most office workers, let me read it for everybody. This is just for trying to answer if there is any point. Most office workers and shopkeepers, they listen to music, right, while they do office work. Also, wireless communication companies give lots of place for music in ringtones and downloading by people. Yeah, that is one of the facts exactly. It shows the significance of this definitely industry. It's definitely related to what the previous point was all about. Okay, thank you, Mr. Ubaidullah. Let's go further. What is the internet? What is so special about this media? As you know, this era is the era of medias, and the most recent media is internet. Internet is the media that with its emergence, the whole transaction, business, and lots of different majors were revolutionized. What do I mean by revolutionized? It means all of them were highly effective in terms of efficiency, effectiveness, and at the end of the day, productivity. So, what do we have here? A global network of interconnected networks. Okay. So later on when I'm explaining about intranet and extranet, you will understand more about what do we mean by networks and how significant they are. A global network of interconnected networks will be internet. Email and data files move over phone lines, as you can see, you have cables and satellites all around the world, and on the other side, this specific media gives you this opportunity that you can have access to anything, anybody, all around the world, no matter where that person or that thing is. For example, you can be in Alaska, which is one of the states in the United States, and then being in touch with all of your cousins all around the world, no matter where they are. And this is all about whether you have internet access or not. This is the significance of this media. You can see other medias, they are not this much flexible. So you see customer empowerment happen actually when this internet media came to the picture. As time passes and as we go to the next level, the next chapters, I'm going to explain this even more in detail, and I will definitely show you how significant this media is. There are people asking for extranet. examples. I will definitely explain it for you. You're not there yet. Just give me a little bit time. When we explain the extranet, Mr. Obaidullah, I will definitely tell you what the extranet is all about. So we have three types of networks from parts of the internet. You have intranet, which is network that runs internally in an organization. We see each organization, like for example, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Higher Education, Ministry of Internal Affairs. All of them, they can have their own network, and this is within an organization. That certain network we call it intranet. Okay, but each ministry can have a membership of a bigger network, but there are limited number of basically components there. Like, for example, Ministry of Finance having that possibility of being in touch with another network, which is Ministry of, for example, Education that I just told you. This bigger network that is among smaller networks for intranet, we call that extranet. So, Mr. Obaidullah, a very good example for extranet will be the bigger system that all of the ministries they can have together. For example, you have Ministry of Defense, you have Ministry of the, for example, Finance, I just told you, and if they are related for any reason, this is how it works. Okay. We have web as well, which is the most sophisticated one. Web is the one that we call it internet. Internet is actually how most people refer to basically a bigger version of networks having a multiple. You see numerous number of networks being connected together, and that is something that we call internet. It means the relationships that different networks have, but the number of components are much more than something that we call extranet. So I think now everybody knows what we mean by internet, intranet, and extranet. Please let me know whether you all understand that in the text chat box here. Let's go further. The web is one aspect of e-marketing. You see, one aspect. What do you mean by one aspect? Let's put it this way. It's one of the dimensions in e-marketing. It means e-marketing by itself has its own dimension of principle of marketing, management of marketing, all of aspects of marketing. But another dimension that marketing can be discussed, or another aspect of that marketing can be discussed, is definitely internet or web. Okay, so from now on we may use internet instead of web, or vice versa. Look at here, what happened in past, what happened in present, and what happened in future, what we are estimating that is happening in future. Thank you so much for letting me know whether you understood or not, Miss Lester, actually, Akmal Vardak, actually said it. Thank you so much. So I appreciate if you understand anything, or you have any questions, please ask. I try to accommodate all of the questions as much as I can. Okay, you see, the first generation of e-business was like a gold rush. Means when everybody started to see and dig in as much as they can to be able to get the best profit out of that, which was the immature, or we can say, if you look at the product life cycle perspective, you can look at the internet from that point of view as well. If you consider internet as a product, a new millennium, or even before new millennium, you see recent years of the previous millennium, it changed the picture. It has 4 different possible stages, which is basically introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. When you're saying the first generation, you're talking about that introduction level, where everybody thought that, okay, there is a very good opportunity, why don't we make the best out of that? So that's why we see there were lots of companies that began try to do their best to get the maximum possible out of that. From 2000 to 2002, over 500 internet firms shut down in US. Means they came to the picture, they couldn't really work it, and then that's it. At the end of the day, they were out of the market. It's like a restaurant business. You see, there are some surveys showing that 70 to 80% of restaurants that they're going to be open, they will be closed down less than 6 months. And this shows how basically volatile the whole restaurant industry is all about. The same thing goes to internet. You see, at the beginning, when it was first generation, they came to the picture. There was a huge rush. There was basically lots of mistakes, and then ended up making lots of companies being defeated. Almost 60% of .coms were profitable in the fourth quarter of 2003. This is another information that may tell you, how these new emerged companies could make lots of money, just because, as you can see in 2003, the whole idea of internet moved from introduction to growth. So it means if you're there, you're going to be most probably one of those companies which makes money. Okay. Mr. Shakurullah is saying that he cannot hear. I do my best. The system is still the same thing. Nothing has changed. I think maybe there's something wrong with your headset and so on. No, it's okay, sir. Okay, so I believe now it's better. Today, the internet is mainstream in industrialized nations. 20 nations comprise 90% of all internet users. So this is really interesting. As you can see, by the way, internet usage is all it's like kind of like a virus, contagious virus all around the world, but still 90% of internet users are coming just from 20 nations in the world. That is interesting. That shows that the rest of the countries in the world, the number of countries in the world are 196 or 197. It depends on how you say it. Taiwan is the controversial one that makes that difference. So if we consider, okay, 196 countries in the world, I mean just 20 of this, which is less than 10%, okay, is going to be, slightly higher than 10%, is going to be using the 90% of the internet. And that is interesting. As a very good example can be one of these giants in internet industry. We can talk about Facebook. Almost nowadays, every single person has that Facebook. No matter how old they are, you can find people in your age, younger than you, much older than you, having that. It shows how significant the internet is in everybody's life nowadays. Look at here, it's a very good, nice trend from 2000 to 2006. You can see what happened. 2000 to 2006, we had, this is how the whole .coms actually started, and this is the time that most of them collapsed, as you can see, between 2000 and 2001, because the introduction level and the place that at the beginning, you can see delusionment, means the time that not necessarily everybody was aware of what's happening, not really professional to do it, lots of naiveness and so on, and then it started picking up. You have a scope of enlightenment when companies started being more competitive, more knowledgeable about that, using it in the best possible manner, and then we have the plateau of profitability at the end. As you can see, it's 2006, and after that, still, e-business becomes just business, and it's one of the most actually profitable ones. Let's talk about e-marketing today. Before going to this part, if you have any question, please let me know. You can raise your hand up, and then I will definitely accommodate that. Is there anybody having any question? If you have any question, I would like to hear it. Please raise your hand up, and I do believe if it's going to be one way that I would like my classes to be no question. Miss Nadia is saying no question. How about okay? So then I want you to have questions. So then usually I will go for volunteer as way. If not, so then I will nominate somebody for myself. Let's ask Mr. Obeidullah Faisal. Okay, what do you think, Mr. Faisal? Can about I'm going to ask you a question. What did you understand so far about e-marketing? Mr. Faisal? Mr. Obaidullah Faisal, can you hear me? So when you say no questions, it means that it was crystal clear. So I take it as a positive actually feedback. I would like to see your approach, Mr. Faisal. Can you hear me? So let's go to Mr. Sahibzadeh. We have this gentleman last night as well. So Mr. Sahibzadeh, what do you think?
Yeah. First of all, I would like to extend my warmest greeting, sir, to you and to my classmates. Actually, I joined the class very late because you was in flat 8, but I have got some of information, good area regarding e-marketing, like internet and externet. Before, I was just thinking about the internet. Now I also got in this slide externet, and this is very helpful for me. And this is very interesting subject for me because I'm new with e-marketing subject, and I hope I will learn a lot from this subject. Thanks.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Saibzadeh. It was just about knowing what is really
You're welcome, sir.
your understanding. So let me go to Mr. Nisar. It's just for me to know who is attending the class as well. So I don't know. I'm sorry if I don't. I'm not sure whether I'm talking to a gentleman or lady, but please introduce. This is student Nisar. I would like to know what you think. Nisar, can you hear me? Okay, so we have the same problem again. Let's move to another gentleman, Mr. Nasir Ahmad. I would like to hear your opinion. Mr. Nasir Ahmad, can you hear me? Mr. Nasir Ahmad. Okay, you know, guys, there is a very good opportunity to discuss. I don't want to be the only one who talks, and then that fact that I want to create a very nice dynamic, and that dynamic definitely help us to learn more. I would like to have everybody involved in this discussion. That is a very good opportunity. Please take it serious. This is something that may not happen again, and opportunity is available. So I would like to have you all. Mr. Nasir Ahmad, again, I really have no idea the reason that why these gentlemen, they don't say anything. Is a technical problem or the fact that they don't want to talk? But I would, the fact that you're in the class would be really important for me. So I want everybody to talk. So again, I try to unmute Mr. Nasir Ahmad. I will go to Miss Nadia. Miss Nadia, what do you think?
First of all, I want to first regards to all my classmates in DSS. Can you hear me, sir?
Miss Nadia, I have your voice very quietly. It's not really loud enough. Basically, I have difficulty hearing you. I can hear you. Yes, it's better now, but if you can use the...
First of all, my warm regards, greetings to my all classmates and users.
Same to you.
Thank you so much. E-marketing is a very interesting subject to me too. And what I have learned today, till now from the e-marketing or internet marketing, I can say that internet marketing or online marketing refers to the advertising.
Oh, unfortunately, we lost you, Miss Nadia. Miss Nadia, if you can hear us, unfortunately, we lost you. No problem. In another section, another opportunity, definitely I will ask you again. Thank you so much for at least contributing somehow. Again, in another chance, I will try. Miss Nadia, can you hear me now?
It can be done through email, using websites and internet.
Okay, perfect, perfect. I do believe you were talking, and by the way, we didn't have your voice still. Thank you so much, Miss Nadia. Thank you so much. After Miss Nadia, we will continue our discussion. Let's talk about e-marketing today. What is really happening in e-marketing? We have this power shift from seller to buyers. This is really important. You know, long time ago, it was all about seller, what they wanted to give to people. You see, you heard about this famous statement of Ford, the founder of Ford company in US, and he said, you can buy any car from me, any color, as far as it's black. What does it mean? It means that I will dictate to you what color I have, and the only color which is available is black. You cannot have this approach nowadays. That is the end of the day. Today, everybody knows that the most important thing is customer and basically buyers. So buyers will tell you what they are looking for. The orientation of marketing, which is now the dominant orientation in marketing, knowledge and marketing area, tells you to listen to your customer, see what they're looking for, and make your product upon their request, upon their need. So look at the next one. Look at the next one. Marketing fragmentation, mass market to one customer. You see, again, long time ago, you were creating campaigns by targeting a group of people. But nowadays, the story is different. The story nowadays is different. For each and every customer that you have online, you can have a proper customized product available. That is the basic difference between what marketing fragmentation is now and before. Mass market to even just one customer. Look at different brands all around the world that you have available online emergence, and how they are targeting each and every individual when they come to online purchasing. Look at the depth of distance. As I just told you, there is no difference nowadays that you're in Malaysia, you're in Afghanistan, you're in Europe, you're in US, or anywhere in the world. The most important thing is, as far as you have access to the internet, you can just be one click away, one fingertips away, and that is what the whole idea is all about. Okay, somebody is saying mass market to one customer. What does it mean? Mass market means having all of the products, all of the opportunities available in your organization or your company, available to every single customer coming to you. You see, in physical world, that is almost impossible because we have dimensions of time and energy and basically location, which is place. But when it comes to online approach, you can have all of these e-catalog and everything in a glance. You can go through all of the pricings and so on by just having one page check. While when you want to go to a normal shop, for example, you want to go to a clothes shop that you want to buy a certain brand, you definitely have to go to display area, choose your certain item, check the basically price etiquette, and then come to this point that whether you want to do it. You have to do so many comparisons to be able to find out. But in in marketing now, there's online. You don't really have that. You can just go to the website, the place that they have all of the price listed, and just find out what's going on. This is what do we mean by that. What is the difference between mass market and mass production? Oh, they are absolutely different things. Mass market, we're talking about the whole market being available to the buyers. Mass production is what in manufacturing operation management we're discussing. Mass production is when you start creating or producing things in high quantity. Two different things. Mr. Mustafa Ghaffari, when you were asking that question. We have Mr. Nasrat Vali Nuristani. They say mass market means that you produce one product for the whole market. Okay. When we say mass, no. That is another story. When we say when we produce one product for the whole market, this is not considered mass product. Okay, you see here our definition for mass market is not this. Here we try to say, no matter how many different products you have, at the end of the day, you have lots of customers that each of them are important for you. So you're gonna basically you want to take care of each of them and make everything available to them. Okay. What about mass production? You are kind of right. I can see the definitions over there. So let's go further. Time compression, which is again another aspect of e-marketing. You see, you can buy anything online nowadays, from your groceries to any product, and just reduce the time drastically. That is time compression that you're talking about. You have knowledge database management, which is a key concept. You see, nowadays for any website, when you want to go in, when you want to use any service, any product, basically you have to have sign up. And that is what the database is going to be shaped. So based on that database, later on the marketers are going to approach you, send you e-cards, send you birthday cards, send you some coupons and other brochures that can be helpful. Later on, I will explain to you how drastically these databases are going to play a role in marketing. Marketing and technology and interdisciplinary focus. As you can see here, what do we mean by interdisciplinary? Means they are reciprocally affecting each other. Marketing and technology, there are two things that they're interrelated. Interrelated means that both of them can influence each other. Marketing on technology, technology on marketing. So it's a reciprocal interrelation. Intellectual capital is important resource as well. Nowadays, again, marketing and anything online make the importance of intellectual capital even more significant. So let's go later on in the next slide, which is consumer control. What do we mean by consumer control? Consumer control over internet is going to be more than traditional way. The reason is when you have access to internet, basically you are the one who says what you're looking for, what basically is the area that you're interested in, while other medias before, you were supposed to just listen or being targeted by those mass media or mass advertising campaigns. We have something called PBRs. Who knows what do we mean by PBRs? Please raise your hand and explain it. Who knows what do we mean by PBRs? Please raise your hand and let me know if you know what do we mean by PBR. Okay, we have private video records. Okay. I don't have share voice. Miss Nadia says that she cannot hear me. Miss Nadia, can you hear me now? Actually, the definition is right. You said you. I just want to say how attentive you are. We have personal video recorders, PVRs, and Akimo will increase consumer control. Means you will tell what you're interested to. Private video record is kind of related, so that's why we can accept that as well. At the end of the day, convergence of television, radio, print, and etc. make the whole consumer, the whole idea of consumer being in control of everything. Customer control entertainment and shopping on demand means if you need something, if you're interested to see any new advertisement or any trailer about any product, you go online. Okay, Miss Vida Sami is asking what is Akimo. Who knows what is Akimo? Who can explain and help Miss Akimo, Miss Vida Sami to know what is Akimo? Who knows what is Akimo? Please raise your hand. I want more actually contribution. I found today some of our students are not as active as last night. I really want everybody to contribute. So you see, you have access to internet. You can have your online search simultaneously with the class and see what's going on and explain what do we mean by Akimo. Okay, PVR, PVR, we already got it. Thank you so much, Mr. Saibzadeh. But then, who knows what is Akimo? Yes, no, Mr. Muhammad Rahim Zormati is saying that it's a name. Yeah, what kind of name is it? When we are talking about new technologies such as personal video records and Akimo will increase consumer control. What do we mean by Akimo? You're saying that a name. What kind of name is it? What do we mean by that? Is there any entertainment? Is there anything like that? Yes, exactly. Mr. Muhammad Rahim is saying yes. So I hope that Ms. Nadia understood what the whole Akimo is all about. We are just referring to different entertainment online available for customers to go through and do what they are looking for. So here you basically understood what the whole consumer control is all about. Okay, let's talk about organizations and improve internet strategy integration. What do we mean by internet strategy integration and how it has been improved? Mr. Hakmal, I really appreciate if you let me finish the class first because I can give you prayer time if you're interested to have it. I can give you like 10 minutes, but doesn't really matter for me. If you want to have it, I can have it now. So if anybody wants to go for prayer, I can give you like 10 minutes prayer time. And after that, you can come back. And then we finalize the class right after that. So for me, it is time. Appreciated. Okay, thank you. No problem, everybody. So we will pause the class for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, see you all in. Please be on time. After 10 minutes, we will talk to everybody. Okay, thanks. Okay, welcome back, everybody. May God accept all of your prayers. And so let's continue the whole thing. We have to finalize it after this. Okay, we were talking about internet strategy integration. As you can see, organizations will integrate information technology seamlessly into marketing strategy, and multi-channel marketing, which is website, retailer store, and catalogs are one of those basic examples of how they're trying to do that. Besides that, we have basically integration of inventory database as well as customer service across channels. As you can see, this integration of information of customer, how they are serviced before, how they were served before, their basic information of our own raw material and everything, all gonna be there. And the slide before, Mr. Abdul Kabir Chakar is asking for okay, no problem. We were talking about consumer control, as you can see here. Then we had a little bit explanation here, what was happening. It was before prayers. And now we're talking about the basic integration strategies and what is actually happening in internet, all because the internet gives you that opportunity to do so. Let's talk about refined metrics, means how we are measuring things. And they are all refined. Then internet came to the picture. Internet provides great deal of data, not all of which is very useful. Means you have so many information there. So it's all about you, how you interpret them to information. So this is one of the basic defined metrics that we're going to have there. Tracking customer acquisition cost, which is CAC, and other key metrics is critical as well. Marketing function still in its infancy. So as you can see, internet can provide this as well. You see how many times certain customer asks for certain things, any complaint, any question, any feedback, any extra things that they ask for, all can be perfectly recorded, and later on when we want to approach the same customer, we know what we have to do. For example, this is a customer that previously bought one of our products, and for any reason that customer wasn't really happy because the product didn't basically provide the proper, for example, functionality that they were looking for. So we know this customer is kind of sensitive. So we have to make sure that this time we don't do the same mistake. On the other side, we have other aspects as well. So this tracking customer acquisition cost, it's one of those. Future, on the other side, how much does it cost for us to acquire one customer? Previously, it was higher, it was lower. That again, based on the database that we got it out of the customer, each customer, that can be perfectly discussed. Future metrics will provide better measures of performance, return on investment, etc. Again, because the amount of information that you get here is significantly high, so definitely you can get much better measures of performance, return on investment, and so on. I can see here wholesaler and retailer. I don't know, Mr. Saibzadeh is working this wholesale and reseller. We can have like what is really happening? Somebody asked, Nadia asked that what does retail store mean? Retail is yes, as the gentleman wrote it here. Retail is all it's about the last component of distribution channel. Distribution channel has different components. It can be a company at the beginning, the manufacturer or company, or the main one. Then we have wholesalers, and then we have the retailers, and we can have any other agents on the way doing that, and the final stage is the customer. So exactly as Mr. Muhammad Rahim wrote it down in Persian, yes, this is what retailing means. On the other side, we have Mr. Sahibzadeh again asking, our classmate regards of retailer for this reason. Okay, that is what we're writing. Thank you so much. You're trying to accommodate each other's questions as well. If I missed them for any reason, thank you. Let's come back here. We already explained this, how the huge deal can happen over the internet by just having lots of information. Let's talk about wireless networking increases. Cell phones, PDAs, and laptops connect to internet via wireless modem worldwide. Nowadays, you see you have, for example, Mr. Nisar. I'm not sure whether this is a gentleman or not. I really have no idea. I can see there is a sign of a smartphone right beside his name, which shows that he is joining us using his cell phone. That shows how wireless network is working. You see, now you can be anywhere using your cell phone, specifically using any wireless system to be able to connect. And this is how it's doing. Now you go to a Starbucks, any hotel, airport, any specific shop. Now there's almost every restaurant. The restaurant tries to provide for you this internet access. This is one of the basic competitive requirements for any restaurant to have nowadays. Queen Mary 2 luxury liners, anything. These are different examples to tell you how basically internet wireless systems are available anywhere. So that's why a very good opportunity for customer to use the internet anywhere possible. Customer will have information, entertainment, and communication when, where, and how they want it. The reason is just available. You see, nowadays you go out. It was around 3 years ago. I can give you an example about a country like Malaysia, as we are now for example, located in. You definitely had less restaurants or places that they were offering wireless networks available for people to use, like McDonald's or certain, for example, seafood or basically fast food or anything like that. They were providing this. Nowadays, the story is different. Almost every single restaurant try to provide such a services such a service because they believe this is one of the basic competitive advantage or element in their competitive board. So they have to provide it. So this is again help the customer to have that access anywhere. You can see here, this is Wi-Fi at trace station in France. Almost every single station in most of these developed countries. If you go international business, we consider certain countries, developed countries, when they have a certain level of development in terms of economical infrastructure and business prosperity. France definitely, as you know, as one of the countries in Group 8, is one of those countries. You see, this is a typical train station in France, and you see the logo of Wi-Fi. Definitely, customers will have that and then use that possible basically opportunity. Appliance convergence. The receiving appliance is separate from the media type. Computers can receive digital radio and TV. TV sets can receive the web. You see that this is the relationships that nowadays appliances happen. You see, you can use internet through TV. You can use radio with the internet, and all of these things are possible. You don't really need to have a radio, traditional radio, to be able to listen to radio. Now you can simply have it by your computer. On the other side, TV sets are going to help you to have access to the internet. So you see the appliance of this different appliances having this convergence, and this is all because if you want to produce any product nowadays, you have to consider this. This product has to be in convergence with the rest of the appliances available in the market, because nobody is going to buy something which is really not applicable or in a convergence with other products. You see, if you look at, for example, chargers of your cell phone, I'm talking about the majority of the brands, not for example Samsung or iPhone. We can look at for example, all of the products that are like Samsung. They have a specific plug-in and a specific wire that has the same spot, and so on. And the difference is, long time ago, if you have Nokia, if you have Sony Ericsson, all of those things, they were all different. But now they try them to make them all like each other. If you have an external hard, if you have any modem, if you have a network, any USB-based thing, all they're going to have the same thing. And the reason is all convergence approach. Nobody is going to produce anything. It's very difficult to have the rest of the appliances being treated or adapted. New types of smart receiving appliances will emerge as well. This is what smartphones are all there. Internet. On the other side, we have internet. Refrigerator is many digital appliances. One global position system, GPS, allows in car. You see, you may have this GPS. I know there are lots of people in Malaysia that have GPS in their cars. As well, there are lots of highways and so on. And not having that definitely makes you to be lost in any possible way. So, by the way, that is kind of makes your mind kind of lazy, but on the other side, give you the chance of having the proper way in the shortest possible thing. Also, this is the whole idea of the appliance convergence. Let's go later on and talk about semantic web. What do we mean by semantic web? The semantic web will utilize a standard definition protocol that will allow users to find information based on its type, such as the next available appointment for a doctor, detail about upcoming concert, menu at the local restaurant. Nowadays, without even going to a restaurant, you can simply see that your home and see what they have. One of the very famous food chain restaurant in Malaysia is named, for example, Chicken Rice Shop. You can basically go to this website, see what they exactly have, what are the available items, and if you like them, go to any outlet in real life and try to buy anything. Okay? And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go to that restaurant by itself and see the menu physically and then being able to choose. You can simply see that at your home and do all of those things. On the other side, we present the next huge advance, providing worldwide access to data on demand without effort. This is another important basically information that you can have here. So if you have any question now, please ask it. I would like to answer any question which is Okay, somebody is like, Mr. Mustafa Kafur is asking what is the internet refrigerator. Okay, internet refrigerator is it's a kind of refrigerator that you, basically on that you have access to internet. So you have a monitor attached to your fridge, and that helps you to have some basically, you have like access to internet. You can simply, these they are not very common all around the world. Some countries they have it. As usual, Japanese were they had the first generation of them. You can use them as like a normal iPad. This is just it's like an iPad. It's a screen attached to your fridge, so you can have access to the internet as well. Plus, for example, you see it's very common in Western countries that husband and wife working both outside. Like in the morning, wife is going out of the house after the husband, so you can write some small information for husband. When he comes back, he can read it and then use it. On the other side, you have access to lots of other stuff, like as I told you, it's like basically what in iPad provides you. You can just have it, and it's all attached to basically your fridge, and this is what internet is. There is another gentleman asking for another question, which is what is semantic, basically web. Who knows what is semantic web? I want to ask some of you that you know what semantic web is, maybe contribute, because I want, again, for me, the most important thing is having everybody involved. I'm going to help you to have some explanation here, but I want you to read this and let me know what you understand from that. The semantic web is a collaborative movement led by international standard body, the World Wide Web Consortium, W3C, as you can see. The standard promotes. What do we mean by that? Is there anybody who can understand what do we mean by that? I just quote this for you from a very good source in internet, so you can just look at that and try to understand what we mean by that. And your understanding, you can share your understanding to the rest of the class. I think some interpretation can happen and make everybody to see what's going on. So who's going to be, you see, as you can see here, I started with this, that what is the, okay, we have Mr. Muhammad Rahim Zormati saying that linguistic semantic is the study of meaning that is used for understanding human expression through language. Okay, let's see what Ms. Vida Sami is saying. Like an exclusive net. What do you mean by exclusive net? Your question is not kind of complete. Would you please write it down again? You have, can we have an e-book of internet marketing that is completely a new subject for me? Okay, about any e-book, because you see we have copyright issues and so on, and this is a company that has to follow rules and regulations. Please contact your administrative office. Try to ask them if it's possible to have any of this electronic version of the books available in the market. If they have the access, definitely they will pass it to you, so it will be very, very helpful. About the e-books, the administrative office can be really, as far as they have the access and so on. Let's go to Mr. Okay, I have no voice. Miss Nadia, again, you're saying that you cannot hear. Can you hear? I hope everybody can hear. We are going to finalize the class. Please, if you can hear, please let me know. It is clear, sir. Okay, Arif. So I was saying that it is clear, as well as Mr. Yes, we're hearing Mr. Riaz. Abdul. Okay, almost everybody is here. Miss Nadia, I think something happened to your system. Make sure you're taking care of that. Troubleshooting is easy. It's nothing so special. Okay, let's finalize our whole session by talking about internet time analogy. You can see what happened during the different period of time. 2500 BC, before Christ. What were the basically tools and things to basically for measuring the time and so on. This is basically one of the initial calendars, and then we have 1583 AD after death of Jesus, which is this, and then we have 1600s. Okay, mechanical tools and things came to the picture. We have 1949 automatic for first time came to the picture. This ship that you can see, and you see web is here in 2004 when you see the 2004 almost the actually the access to internet started around 1994, 5, 6 in different countries, and if this is the book that it was basically written around 2004. That's why you see web is here in 2004. But then it's gonna just show you the chronicle or basically historical diagram of what internet basically is as a result. Okay, so that the page is just showing you how human could reach from an absolute undeveloped items and goes to something perfectly fine. Okay. This is about our session today. Again, for those that they came late, I want to give you a little bit explanation that at the beginning of the class we had, and then after that we call a day. Okay, first of all, this subject will be one of the most interesting subjects that recently WWS tried to basically create for those students that they're interested to have it. We try our best to make it as much as possible practical by giving lots of examples. And again, for having a very good dynamic class, I really appreciate everybody's opinion and contribution. That makes the class as much as possible interesting. This is this whole internet marketing is actually my specialization. I can help you very much in detail if you have questions and so on about the general idea of internet marketing, how it could revolutionize the thing. I make sure this class is going to end up being one of the best ones. Thank you for attending class on time. Those that they come a little late, you may miss some part. For your own good, try to be on time. For this class, for assessment, you will have an assignment, which is a group-based assignment. Next week, I will tell you exactly what you have to do. As far as you're all students, semester 2, semester 3, and so on. So basically, you know each other. So I want you to create groups of 6 to 7 students in one group, and your due date for assignment will be 2 weeks before final exam, because I don't want our students basically submitting the assignment late. I want you to do it around 2 weeks before final exam, which is week 8. Week 8 is the due date. Next week I will tell you what you have to do. So you will have 6 weeks perfectly to do your assignment. I will give you later on the email. The email that I will send you the PowerPoint slide later on, it will be the email that you can communicate with me, specifically for submitting the assignment. I don't really want to say this, but this is one of my basic procedures when a student submitting assignment to me. I do appreciate the online submission. If you want to be late, definitely for each week delay, you will have 25% penalty. After 2 weeks, you already have 50%. Later than that, definitely the assignment mark will be drastically low. I am sure that nobody is going to be entitled to that, and so I don't want to run this. This is just a protocol that I wanted you to be aware of, and that's all about the assignment. So the detail of assignment, I try to create an assignment structure so you will have the file later on shared with you or sent to your email later on after the second session, so you will know what's going on. Meanwhile, you can decide about who's going to be in group. Please share your groups as you know each other perfectly and try to finalize it. About this session, I hope that you enjoyed it and it was a good, useful class. Thank you everybody for attending the class. So let's call it a day. I will definitely send you the structure through email later on after second session. Thank you everybody for attending this class. See you next week. I hope that you all enjoy it.